The story begins in a world ravaged by a zombie virus. The outbreak has wreaked havoc across the globe. Nearly all humans have either died or been infected. The government has detained the few remaining survivors in facilities that feel more like prisons. However, a small 8% of survivors refused to enter the camps, choosing instead to remain in their homes. Among these survivors is Rory. We find her sitting before her husband's grave, weeping. She was forced to end his life herself after he became infected. As she grieves, she enters her house only to find that her daughter, who had been attacked by her husband, has also died. Rory weeps, apologizing to her daughter for failing to save her. Her grief suddenly turns to terror when her daughter unexpectedly comes back to life, not as a human, but as a zombie. Shocked and devastated, Rory is forced to kill her own daughter by shooting her in the head. Having destroyed her entire family with her own hands, Rory falls into a deep depression. 2 years pass, and Rory has yet to recover. Meanwhile, a new threat has arisen. Government organizations are now breaking into homes and forcibly removing survivors to take them to their facilities. Anyone found outside who refuses to obey is brutally killed. During this time, Rory takes her gun and prepares to go for a walk. Her father-in-law warns her that walking nearby is dangerous, but going far is even worse. A somber Rory replies, "When everything has been stolen, what is there left to fear?" On the other side of the woods, we meet Nova. He has escaped from a government facility and is being pursued by officers. He carries a bag bearing the facility's logo, proving he stole something valuable. After injuring several officers, he meets a friend in the woods. Nova reveals he stole a serum that can cure the infected, but he was shot during the escape. His friend realizes they cannot both escape together without being caught. "Take my hat and run," his friend insists. "Your son needs that serum right now. There is no time to think." Nova reluctantly flees. Moments later, the agents arrive. Nova's friend tries to distract them with gunfire, but a cunning agent named Logan sneaks up behind him and knocks him unconscious with the butt of her gun. When the man regains consciousness, the agents demand to know Nova's whereabouts. He refuses to speak, and in a fit of rage, Logan kills him. Far in the distance, Nova hears the gunshot and realizes his friend is gone. Back at the river, Rory is lost in memories of her daughter. Driven to the brink of madness by her grief, she contemplates ending her life to be with her family. She places her gun against her neck, but just before she pulls the trigger, she hears a strange sound. She turns to find a horse nearby, carrying a bag with the government organization's logo. Nearby, she finds a wounded, unconscious man, Nova. His condition is critical, and he is on the verge of death. Terrified, Rory initially runs away, but a sudden change of heart stops her. She returns, loads Nova onto his horse, and brings him back to her stable. While checking Nova's belongings, Rory discovers the vaccine. For a moment, she is delighted, until she remembers it is too late for her own family. Saddened, she puts the vaccine back in the bag. When her father-in-law, Uncle, returns in the evening, Rory fearfully tells him about Nova. Seeing the bag, Uncle realizes Nova is a fugitive from the organization. He becomes angry, fearing the government will find them. He locks the stable and tells Rory she must move Nova far away by morning. At dinner, Uncle tries to cheer Rory up by promising to buy CCTV cameras for security. Rory rebuffs him, asking, "What is there left to protect in this house?" She retreats to her daughter's room, clutching her toys and crying. A flashback reveals the day her family died. It was her daughter's birthday. They were waiting for Rory's husband to return from helping others, but he returned infected. He attacked their daughter, and Rory was forced to kill them both. Suddenly, a commotion outside breaks her thoughts. Rory steals the stable key from Uncle's room and rushes out. The horse is restless, and Nova is missing. Before Rory can react, Nova appears behind her and covers her mouth to silence her. Before they can speak, zombies, drawn by their scent, approach the stable. As they struggle to lock the doors, a zombie grabs Rory. Nova quickly takes Rory's gun and shoots the zombie in the head, saving her life. Once the danger passes, Rory asks, "Are you a government agent?" "No," Nova replies. "Give me my bag." Rory assures him the bag is safe and leads him inside the house. She provides him with food and water and cleans his wound. He was badly wounded, so Rory wanted to help him. Nova insists on leaving immediately, but Rory urges him to stay the night to regain his strength. My son was infected 2 days ago, Nova explains desperately. I must save him at all costs. That is why I stole the serum. Rory promises to help him get home safely the next morning, and Nova finally agrees to rest. However, when Nova wakes up the next day, he finds Uncle standing over him, pointing a gun at his chest. Hearing the noise, Rory rushes into the room. Rory stops Uncle. Nova isn't a government agent, he's a survivor. He stole that serum for his infected son. He's trying to save his son. Moved by Rory's words, Uncle's anger fades into silence. Rory begins changing Nova's shirt, and Uncle notices that Nova's breathing is very labored. His chest is full of air, and he would soon die. They didn't have a doctor nearby. Uncle takes the risk of such a huge task himself. With a thin pair of scissors, Uncle pierced Nova's chest to remove the air from his chest. Nova's condition has improved. He's breathing well, but he's lost consciousness due to excessive bleeding. Seeing this, Rory understands that Nova won't be able to deliver the vaccine to his son. Rory decides that she will deliver vaccine to Nova's son. Hearing this, Uncle scolds Rory, saying that kid isn't your child, for whom you would risk. While they were talking, the house alarm started ringing. Uncle went and saw on the CCTV cameras that 2 government agents were standing outside. These were Logan and his companions, who were already after Nova. Seeing this, Uncle quickly rushed inside and asked Rory and Nova to leave, giving Nova a stamina injection. Rory didn't want to leave Uncle like this, so Uncle promised her that he would definitely come after her. Shortly after they fled, Logan and his companions arrived at their door. Upon arriving, they questioned Uncle about Nova. Uncle blatantly lied, saying that he lived alone and had not seen anyone come here in days. Here, Agent Logan asks him, why don't you stay at the camp? He replies, because I don't want to leave my son and granddaughter, whose graves have dug behind my house. He was lying very clearly, but just then, Agent Logan saw Nova and Rory running away. He would deal with Uncle later. He now opens fire on them to capture them. Uncle also shoots and kills several of his men to save Rory and Nova, but he too is hit by bullets. Rory and Nova disappear from the agent's sight, and in a rage, Agent Logan approaches Uncle, electrocuting him, and then tortures him to death. Logan's assistant was furious with his behavior. He had not even been ordered by the government to do such things to humans. He had ended countless people to satisfy his own evil desires. Finally, his assistant tells him, I don't want to be a part of your crimes. Hearing this, Logan becomes enraged and decides to pursue Nova and Rory alone. We then see Nova and Rory approach the forest. Nova tells Rory to return home. I'll go ahead. Hearing this, Rory replies, no, I'll go with you to your home. I couldn't save my daughter and my husband, but I don't want to die with the guilt of not helping you save your son. Understanding her situation, Nova nods and gives her a spray that will make them inconspicuous, allowing them to reach their home easily. While they were talking, Logan approached them from behind and began firing at them from a distance. Another bullet struck Nova. The two were forced to flee on foot, hiding a short distance away. Nova knew he wouldn't be able to reach his home. Therefore, he explained the route to his house and begged her to save his son's life. He handed her his bag and told her to run away. Now, Logan couldn't reach Rory. A wounded Nova then got up and mustered the courage to stop Logan. Logan attacked him again, but this time, not with a gun, but with his knife. Yet, Nova's urge to save his son was so strong that he didn't give up, even at the drop of a hat. Despite Logan having stabbed him in the stomach with a sharp stick, he snatched Logan's knife, stabbed him in the neck, and then electrocuted him with his own shotgun, finally killing him. On the other side, we see Rory running through the forest. It was night, and she was being chased by many zombies. She somehow managed to escape, falling and hiding behind a tree. She sprayed herself with anti-zombie spray. She then began running again. This time, a zombie, hearing her footsteps, stopped her. It quickly charged from behind and attacked her, but Rory, with all her might, pinned it down, crushing its head with a nearby stone, finally killing it. Killing it felt like she had conquered the world. Relieved, she stood up and realized that the zombie had bitten her, and she would soon be infected. She felt a wave of fear as if her daughter was waiting for her. Seeing this, she decided not to give up. She agreed. She resumed her journey towards Nova's house. Despite her deteriorating condition, she finally reached Nova's house by morning. She placed her bag on the doorstep and then turned back. Nova's mother had emerged from the other side of the door. Seeing Nova's bag on the doorstep, she anxiously asked Rory about Nova. Rory was unable to say anything and simply cried. Seeing this, Nova's mother realized that her son was dead. She took the drink, after which Rory ran to the river bank, knowing that she would become a zombie and that staying with them could pose a threat to them. Sitting by the river, she again had a vision of her daughter about to meet her. Her daughter was waiting for her. With this thought in mind, she smiled, placed the gun under her neck, and shot herself, finally dying. Her eyes were shown changing at the last moment. This meant that if Glory hadn't ended herself, she would have become a zombie as well. But by killing herself, she had prevented the world from becoming another zombie. Please make sure like and subscribe for more videos.